Greetings. Welcome back to another comparison review. Today, I'm Brian, Team Trilogy. Today we're going to compare two different plastics. We have the EMac Truth in the Lucid plastic, and we have the EMac Truth in the Prime Burst plastic. I bagged these, and the noticeable thing is that the Lucid plastic is more domey and the Prime plastic is extremely flat. So today I have brand new versions. I have two Lucid American flag tie-dye, and I have a Prime Burst, not so burst, EMac Truth to compare. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting, so let's get to it. Here we have both discs. The Truth comes in at a speed 5, glide 5, turn 0, fade 2. And if you take a look at it, I don't know if we can tell, but the Prime version comes out flat. We've had stamps made, beaver branch stamps made, more flat. And the Lucid is definitely more domey. So we want to see if there's any differences. I can tell you that some people have taken to throwing the flatter version, the Prime version, to Forehand. So let's check out and see what the differences are between these two as brand new discs. All right, here we go, folks, with a few Hyzer warm-up shots. That basket over there is about 230 feet away, just kind of getting warmed up. Seeing a natural Hyzer. So all sorts of questions going into this. This Prime is definitely flatter. It feels different in the hands. The question is it more stable? Is it less stable? Does it have less glide? That's kind of what we want to look at. The Lucid plastic, I can definitely tell you that version feels much better coming out with the backhand. But I am a little bit biased because I do bag the Lucid version. I have the Prime version in circulation. I do use it sometimes. I practice forehands with it. Here we are shooting at this basket. That is about 290 feet away. Trying to snap it a little bit straight and see that dependable fade here. Now with these 4 shots, I was convinced that I threw them all very similar and that the disc did pretty much the same thing between both types of plastics. I did feel like the Lucid snapped straight a little bit more at the beginning of the release, but faded pretty much the same. It feels like it has a slightly more glide than that flat version. The flatter version seems like it wants to get to the ground more. Now these are Anheuser releases, and I didn't really do a full commit Anheuser, but it definitely shows that both plastics are stable. They come in at a 0 turn and a fade of 2. And I think that these shots all pretty much demonstrate those numbers. I do feel that the Lucid version had a little bit more glide and was a little bit easier to get over at the beginning of the flight, but definitely had stability coming in at the end. And here's a look at where those shots landed. I was throwing to the elevated basket that was in the corner. Here we're going to throw some forehands. I feel like the flat top, similar to a Felon has a flat top, Justice has a flat top, a Harp has a flat top, makes this a good forehand disc, the Prime version. Feels comfortable with the thumb. Here is the Lucid. The Lucid does take the flick. It is torque resistant, but it doesn't feel quite as comfortable as the flat top on the Prime. But got them within in the circle here, and they do forehand pretty well. Here we're throwing some distance shots. Obviously this is a mid-range, but let's see if there's a difference in how far they fly on similar releases, or if we see anything different out of the turn. And I can say right now that the Prime version, brand new, flies stable. It didn't flip over and go far to the right. I got it about 315 feet with a slight, there's a very slight headwind, a very slight right to left wind here, which could push it down. Now here is the Lucid version, and I feel like you can tell there's more glide there, like it seemed like it was in the air longer. And here I tried to get over a little bit more on it, get a little bit more distance out of it, and I did. I think I got about 30 more feet or so, 25 more feet than the Prime version. And here's a look at where those discs landed. So we wanted to look at this, and I've ordered a whole bunch of Prime EMac Truths with our course stamp on it and stuff. And there's just so much difference in how much they were to Lucid. Wanted to really see, were they different, just testing them out. So here you see we're doing that same Hyzer release. We're at about 320 right here to that basket. Just throwing Hyzers, see how the disc flies. Trying to get them all in the circle here. And I have to say, between the two plastics, they fly very similar. There might be a little bit less glide on the flat Prime, and they're dependable, stable mid-ranges. Prime probably good for flicks, or better for flicks, at least for me and a couple of other people I know. And that is going to draw this comparison to a conclusion. Just wanted to check out those differences. We'll see you on the next one.